Welcome back, Commanders. In this tutorial video, I will give you advice on finding motivation and inspiration when creating your missions or campaigns. To me, motivation and inspiration are just as important as knowing how to use Worldbuilder itself. Merely knowing how to use Worldbuilder will not allow you to create great looking and playable missions. You need to have a story to go with it. First of all, you have to do this for your own enjoyment. It's time consuming, it's frustrating, and it's hard. There's no point lying to you about it. My perfect example is Darkness at the Heart from Deafen the Ghost. It took me roughly a month to make, because I started to despise the campaign. Realistically, it should have taken only 2 or 3 weeks, but a total lack of desire delayed the completion of this particular mission. But after clearing my head and refocusing, I think Darkness of the Heart is one of my best missions in my portfolio, even with the 2 cyborg commandos on hard. Yeah, sorry for pointing you through that, Delta and Kella. In the end, seeing your ideas come to life makes it all worthwhile, so always think about the end goal when you feel like you want to quit completely. Something that should not be overlooked is that motivation is fluctuating, both in purpose and desire. This is natural, I know it all too well as mentioned before. So don't worry if you change your mission's purpose or layout after starting it. If you are creatively or emotionally drained from making your map or mission, don't be afraid to take a break. The urge to finish is undeniable, but finishing your work through frustration harvests little reward. To further explain the importance of motivation, I will tell you how my Tiberian Essence stories came to be. So as much as I love C&C3 and the story it told, I had one major issue with it. Can you guess what it is? If you said the absence of the Forgotten, congratulations, you are correct. I believe the self-imposed exile of the Forgotten was a completely wrong move because the Forgotten played an important part in Tiberian Sun, especially in the GDI campaign. Along with this, I wanted to strengthen the ties between Tiberian Sun/Firestorm and Tiberian Wars, as I felt both games had very little connection outside of C&C3's intelligence database and even Kane's Wrath. These set of beliefs, as well as Carney's freshly releasing The Forgotten in Tiberium Essence 2.0, motivated me to create a campaign that would become known as Forgotten Dawn in 2019. Fun fact, although Death Dealer first appeared in Forgotten Dawn, I did not think about her true identity until the main acts of my story were being developed months later. With this in mind, take a moment to pause the video and think about something that you would have changed or expanded, story-wise, in Tiberian Wars. Now onto inspiration. Inspiration can and should come in many forms across a plethora of art. The most obvious inspiration for my Tiberium Essence campaigns is, well, Tiberium Essence. Yeah, shocking, I know. There is more to it than that though. With Tiberium Essence, or any mods that come with new units, comes an opportunity to create a mission or even a campaign based on the units. This is where the Divine was born. The Ascension Squad and Witch Squads seem to have somewhat of a mysticism about them, or at the very least an affinity for Tiberium that GDI or even Nod does not have. Of course, other aspects such as Nod's divination goals in Renegade and Tiberian Sun would contribute more to the Divine's purpose, but it all started with 2 unique Tiberium Essence units. I recommend you look towards music, films, TV shows and other games for sources of inspiration too. I can attest to this when it comes to music, which was a major source of inspiration when it came to write and design my latest campaign, Deafen the Ghost. In a general sense, I listened to the works of Frank Lepaki, as well as a subgenre known as psychedelic space rock. Given the sci-fi setting of the Tiberium universe, psychedelic space rock, for me at least, is exactly the kind of music that can inspire creating maps that try and create alien landscapes on Earth. If you want to give this subgenre a listen, I have a couple of playlists in the description for you to try. 4 songs in particular resonated with the story I wanted to tell in Deafen the Ghost. These 4 songs are Darkness at the Heart of My Love by Ghost, Your Decision, and Black Gives Way to Blue, both by Alice in Chains, and finally Victims of Changes by Judas Priest. Disclaimer, these are not psychedelic space rock songs, but they are rock songs that heavily influence Deafen the Ghost specifically. I will also link these songs in the description below. If you want a bit of homework, Listen to these songs and comment on this video why you think they influenced the creation of Death and the Ghost. Thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope it helps you as you continue your journey as a map maker and story writer. If you have any questions about Worldbuilder or my storytelling process, feel free to comment below and I will consider making a tutorial about your query. If you would like to support the creation of further tutorials, I have my Patreon link in the description below. See you in the next video, Commanders. Of course, other aspects such as Nod's divination goals in Renegade and Tiberian Sun would contribute more to the oh God almighty.